Hi, I'm Bill Milholland with Case Design Remodeling. I am very excited to have a guest today. With me is Jeff Starcher. Jeff is with Sandy Spring Bank. And one of the things that we are, we're really good at projects, at the design of projects, at the construction of projects, helping clients make good decisions about materials. We do not have the expertise as to how a client should go about financing the project, if that's something they want to do. So we rely on trusted partners, people that have proven to take good care of our clients and to just give them good, solid advice. And so that's why Jeff's here. Jeff's going to help us through a couple different scenarios about how a client might finance their remodeling project. So first, thanks for being here with us, Jeff.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Bill.
So let's talk a little bit about, because remodeling means different things to different people, right? So there's sort of small, medium, and large. And let's just put some numbers around this. So let's say a client has a project somewhere in the $10,000 to $30,000 range, and they don't want to, or they're not able to just write a check and pay for it. How would a client go about financing a project like that?
Great question. So there's multiple options out there. The two that come to mind quickest are, one, you can go get a home equity line of credit on your existing house behind the first mortgage you might already have in place.
So I think I understand what that means, but that would mean there is some value in your home that you're able to tap.
That's right. So there's equity in the property already,
Okay.
and you're getting a second mortgage essentially, which is, I don't want to call it a credit card, but it works that way. It's
Okay.
a secured loan that you can draw upon and write checks directly to Case.
So you have an amount, but you're drawing it down in pieces?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah, as you need the money, you're using it, and then you're paying the interest that comes along with drawing the money.
Okay.
Option two is to do a formal refinance where you pay off your existing first mortgage and you cash out, as we call it in the business, cash out the property and basically walk away from the settlement table with additional cash that you would then use to use for the project.
Any recommendation one way or the other, or is it really situational?
It depends what rate you have on your first mortgage and what your equity position
So
is.
that's the big factor.
That's right.
Okay.
Both are very quick transactions that can be done in 3 weeks.
Okay, terrific. So what if we move up the ladder a little bit, and let's say we're considering a project somewhere, again, just to put numbers around it, maybe $80,000 to $125,000. So now it's a little bigger project.
Right.
How would one go about financing that?
Actually, in that range, it's still kind of the same two products. You either go get a home equity second mortgage, or you cash out the existing first mortgage to walk away with the money to
Okay, so anything under that, either of those routes would apply.
Absolutely.
Okay, so then what if we get into a situation where the project gets big? This is where we especially rely on your help.
So Sandy Spring Bank and myself, we specialize in this particular product. It's called a construction to permanent loan. And basically what that means is we are lending off of the future value of the property.
Okay.
So we're
after the improvements.
After the improvements. So what happens is Case would put together a preliminary design, some sort of pricing proposal of the scope you would like to pursue. That goes to an appraiser, and they're basically essentially going to look for comparable sales for the house that you will have, not necessarily the house that's there right now.
So for example, if you had a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath house, and you were going to build an addition on the back that would add a new master suite, say, so you would add a bedroom, add a bathroom, maybe a family room down below, that improved house would be worth more than a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath.
Exactly right. And then so whatever that improved future value of the home is what we're lending against, which you're going to be building equity, and you're going to be able to borrow against that equity before the project even begins.
Before it's even,
Yeah, so just to give an example, that would allow you to essentially borrow whatever that value comes in at up to 90% without any mortgage insurance, which is a pretty aggressive product.
And is that unique to you guys, to Sandy Spring?
The 90% with no mortgage insurance.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've heard too much about that before.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good
something
to know.
our bank holds in the portfolio.
Well, I think that's something that, again, not to plug Sandy Spring too much, but they have been a really good partner for us. But I think that's one of the real benefits of working with a regional bank as opposed to this gigantic organization where you still have people involved in these decisions, and I think they take things into consideration maybe that others do not.
Yeah,
Is that the case?
that's actually very true. We actually created this product right after 2008, essentially, to help the community where home values were depressed a little bit. And this was the product that allowed some consumers to take that next step.
Absolutely. Financing just went away in that period of time.
That's right.
And so I hope that's proven to be a good investment from the bank's perspective. I know it's been really helpful for our clients that are in a situation where they're considering significant improvements to the house.
That's right.
And need that future value to be able to finance it. They just can't write a check for
it is opening up options where many
dollars.
consumers don't think they even have that ability.
So Jeff, tell us just real quickly what that process might be like. So is it like people are starved for time and crave easy? What's involved in, say, let's go back to that home equity sort of situation. HELOC, is that a term?
Yeah, home equity line of credit or HELOC.
I sometimes hear people say that, and I'm assuming, but I wasn't quite sure. Okay, so what's that process like? How long would it take a client to know how much they could borrow?
It's a very quick process. So there's a pre-approval process, and the full approval takes 3 weeks at the most.
Okay, so it is not this difficult, long process.
It is not.
Little bit of time spent, 3 weeks later, you have a pretty good understanding of what you can access.
That's right.
What about the other one, the bigger one, the construction loan?
It's actually a little bit more time consuming, but not much. So it's the same pre-approval process. If your plans and your contract are already done, it's a 4-week process from start to finish.
So it really isn't that much
It's
more?
not much more.
And so then, I'm being a little bit selfish here, just for your guidance, when should we get you or a financial institution involved in the process?
I think you should get us involved as soon as possible for that initial pre-approval, so that you're not spending too much energy designing a home if they don't have the ability to finance the project.
And so you can tell from pretty preliminary drawings, ideas, concepts,
exactly
about what.
That's right. So the architectural plans are not needed. Some sort of computer-generated floor plan and elevation of what the house might look like, along with a pricing proposal is really what we need.
And that's for the bigger loans, the construction.
That's for the bigger loans. For the equity lines,
you don't really need drawings, do you?
You don't even need drawings or plans for the equity lines or regular refinances.
Because that's all based on the value within the house.
That's exactly
so whether you buy a boat or a new kitchen, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
I guess. Hopefully you buy a new kitchen. Who needs a boat?
I think you can do my job. I know what you're doing.
Well, Jeff, thank you very much for being here. Again, Jeff's email address will be included in this posting. If there's anything he can do to help, please reach out to Jeff. We know nothing about this, so don't reach out to us. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks for having me, Bill.